What if the sea levels rose by 5 meters? It might not sound like a huge number, maybe the height of a giraffe or a two-story building. But an increase like that would completely redraw the world's coastlines, more entire cities, and force hundreds of millions of people to abandon their homes. How could this happen? And what would our world look like? Over the past 140 years, global sea levels have already risen by about 20 centimeters, or 8 inches. This is a direct result of melting glaciers and the expansion of warmer ocean water. To get to a 5-meter rise, we would need a catastrophic amount of ice melt from the massive ice sheets covering Greenland and Antarctica. While this scenario isn't going to happen overnight, it's a future that climate scientists warn could become reality over the next few centuries if global warming continues on its current path. The ice is melting faster than ever, and the ocean is absorbing most of the extra heat trapped by greenhouse gases. This isn't just a distant possibility, it's the direction we're headed. So, let's map it out. Imagine 5 extra meters of water sloshing over our coastlines. In the United States, South Florida would be one of the first to go. Miami wouldn't be a city anymore. It would become a scattered chain of islands, its famous beaches and bustling downtown completely submerged. Across the globe, in China, the economic powerhouse of Shanghai would face an existential threat. Its massive port, one of the busiest in the world, would be swallowed by the sea, crippling global trade. In South Asia, the situation becomes even more dire. The vast, low-lying river delta of Bangladesh, home to tens of millions of people, would be almost entirely underwater, creating one of the largest refugee crises in human history. Even the Netherlands, a country renowned for its incredible engineering and centuries-long battle against the sea, would be pushed to its absolute limit. Their famous system of dikes and barriers, while impressive, might not be enough to hold back a 5-meter surge. The human and economic toll would be staggering. Today, nearly 1 billion people live on land that is less than 10 meters above sea level, with a huge portion of that population concentrated within that critical 5-meter zone. We're talking about entire cultures, communities, and economies built right on the edge of the water. Key infrastructure, from ports and power plants to airports and agricultural lands, would be lost. The cost of trying to adapt building seawalls, elevating cities, and relocating populations would run into the trillions of dollars globally, creating an economic shockwave that would be felt by everyone, no matter where they live. The displacement of people would dwarf any migration crisis we've ever seen. Faced with this rising tide, humanity would have 2 choices: adapt or retreat. Some wealthy nations will pour immense resources into fighting the sea. We'll see massive engineering projects, like even bigger seawalls, sophisticated pumping systems, and floating cities. Much like what the Netherlands has been pioneering for years. But for many, this won't be an option. For countless coastal communities, and especially for low-lying island nations like Tuvalu or the Maldives, retreat will be the only choice. A 5-meter sea level rise doesn't just mean flooding for them. It means the complete and total loss of their homeland, their culture, and their very existence on the map. The world you see on a map today is not permanent. With just 5 more meters of water, it would look completely different. This isn't just a fantasy scenario or a distant what if. It's a question of when. The choices we make today about our climate will decide how quickly the coastlines of tomorrow are redrawn. The oceans are already rising and the clock is ticking. Thanks for watching. If you want to explore more fascinating geographical scenarios, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next time.